Hello, everyone. My name is Trinice Washington, and today I'm going to be speaking about the effect of social media on identity, having different identities online and offline. Social media uses. The use of social media avenues offers a significant influence on emotional and cognitive growth among internet users. Young people, for instance, rely on social media as a medium to build and manage their identities. Online networking offers active users the freedom to utilize their comfort and space by airing one's emotions and life experiences. So, this is basically talking about the different types of websites and media outlets that teenagers and people can go to express things and to find like-minded people. And sometimes it changes their personality for the good, and sometimes it changes their personality for the bad. But with teenagers, though, it's hard for them to see the bad that they're leading themselves into. But with adults, even us, sometimes we go too far. The different types of research questions that I asked in my research was, what are the differences between online personalities and offline personalities? So some people adapt to their environment and some people don't adapt to their environment. So they would develop an online personality, and is who they show people what they want to show them pretty much. And then the offline personality is basically what you would show to your friends and family, like your real close friends and your family. Online people you may never see in real life ever, but they'll know who you are by what you present to them. And sometimes people care about their life being presented to people online, and sometimes people don't care. It just depends on maturity. The next question is, how does social media affect one's identity? Well, it's like with anything and any person. If you spend so much time at one place, like for example, we spend a lot of our time as adults at work, more probably than we spend at home. So we would present ourselves to the people at work a different way than we would present to the people at home who love us unconditionally and who we love. Um, and then sometimes even we'll have a change on people who we work with or who we hang out with. And then sometimes we don't. We just stay true to who we are, depending on the type of person you are. Why does social media make teens want to feel accepted or popular in society? Well, I think at one point all of us wanted to feel accepted and in the in crowd at school. So we would buy the best clothes, we would buy the best shoes that, the type of clothes that were in style and the type of clothes that were the type of shoes that were in style, the type of hairstyles. We would want to get the same kind of hairstyle that everybody's wearing. The type of makeup that we would want to get the same type of makeup that everybody's wearing. Teenagers though, they can't see outside of what's going on in their worlds right now. They think that that is the most important thing that is going on in the world. And in reality, it's really not. We don't have to keep up with the Joneses in order to be who we are. We just have to learn how to be comfortable in our skin and how to be comfortable with who we are. And again, that comes with maturity and embracing one's identity. A different identity online. People engage in some deliberate behavior in public. They may also participate in self presentation characters when alone on the internet. The need to showcase positive appearances, for instance, is the reason majority of internet users engage in financial crisis when purchasing different cosmetics, brand naming clothes, among other behaviors. There is a self promotion strategy as the sense of achieving self completeness in front of other social media users. Intimidation is another form of self presentation where a person needs to be respected by peers as they might be perceived as powerful, talented, or even superior. And now the intimidation part of it all is becoming a big problem with teenagers and young adults using social media because a lot of kids take it too far. And some other kids, they can't handle that because their peers and stuff are seeing them as this person that people are portraying them to be online when that's really not the case. And a lot of these kids are committing suicide, going into depression, and just not happy with who they are because of what's being posted about them on social media. So that's when it becomes dangerous. But people engage in some deliberate behaviors online and stuff. And with that, I think that means like people will go to different restaurants and stuff to please the people on social media. They will buy different shoes and different clothes and stuff like that to please people on social media. When in reality, you don't even know how these people are really living. They could be living from paycheck to paycheck trying to go and do these types of things. But here you are also living paycheck to paycheck, having to go and work more hours than you should to try and please people on social media. And for what purpose? A different identity offline. People strive to behave differently depending on their situations. Having a high self monitor, people will behave in a way that convinces their audiences to perceive them as the best people. A low self monitor individual does not care about how other people perceive them. Therefore, they will pursue the same personalities on both the online and offline platforms. So I think that takes skill and maturity to be able to pursue the same personality online and offline as a team. Because you can't be like one person here or there and then keep it up for a long period of time. Eventually, they're going to clash. But being an adult, I don't have a problem with being the same person online and offline because I feel that who I portray to people online and offline is the same person, and that's who I want everybody to perceive me as. And that took maturity for me to get to that point. And I don't care what people think about what I wear, where I go, who I see, and stuff. It's all about making me happy and the people who I actually physically engage with. And having a high self monitor, people will behave in a way that convinces their audience to perceive them as the best people. And nothing is wrong with that. It doesn't, it's okay to want people to see you as your best self. But at a certain point, it becomes like, why are you trying to be your best self at all times on social media? Acceptance is important. Teens who actively engage on social media like Twitter and Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, etc., tend to build concern over the number of likes and stuff that they can get. Exposure molds teens into a changed self identity, self esteem as they strive to gain popularity and acceptance in society. Social media dramatically changed teens' entire living style through the types of friends they interact with, the music they view and listen to, and their personality. So all of these, like for example, let's say TikTok, for example, all you see is kids trying to keep up with the certain different dances that are going on TikTok and stuff like that. And nothing is wrong with that. I see nothing wrong with spending your time trying to learn different dances and stuff like that online. And then teens who actively engage in Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it sometimes becomes a problem when there's like um keyboard bullies or whatever, when they're trying to bully people into their opinion, into their ideas and stuff like that. That becomes the problem. In conclusion, the more time a person spends doing something, they will have an effect on them, good or bad, and that's for adults and teens. If you spend majority of your time listening to gospel music, then that's nothing wrong with that. If you spend your time majority of it listening to real heavy metal kinds of music, that might have a different influence on your personality, just like the gospel music will. People always want to talk themselves up to look good to others. Doesn't make them look that doesn't make them a good or a bad person, and it's not a good or a bad choice to do that. Some people just want everybody to view them as great people. Maturity and self worth will eventually lead people to be true to who they are on social media and off social media. And again, I do believe that that takes time, learning, and growth within yourself to be able to get to that point. Physical interactions with loved ones and strangers are the most meaningful. So, to come to a close with my presentation, I do believe that physical interactions is definitely the most important interactions you can have with people, and that's talking physically to people on the phone conversation, not sending a text, not on social media saying hi, but actually physically engaging with people and loving on people and stuff. And also with strangers, you be kind to strangers because you never know when you will run into them again. You never know when you'll see them again and what you might need them for. So always be kind to people. Thank you. And that's the end of my presentation.